Well, my partner and I, Ian Walsh, we always had a passion for the horses. We had a little place at Gangle. This place became available and we just thought, well, why not? So then we sort of designed how we want to do it, and we just slowly over the years developed that until Ian retired in the early 2000s, I think it was, and unfortunately he contacted cancer and died about 18 months later, which was, you know, tough times, but we got past that. He actually had the farm next door virtually to us, but his family's now sold that and moved on, and we've sort of taken this place over. And yeah, so it's gone from that, probably the biggest standardbred stud in New South Wales. With Ian, Ian Walsh, he was always passionate about the racing side of it, and hence he was president of Wagga Harness Racing until he virtually couldn't do it anymore. I don't know how many years he would have been there, but he was a tireless worker. It didn't matter what Ian did, he did it 100% at 100 mile an hour. And look, he's probably irreplaceable. Since his death, they've had other people there, but he was the guy that was instrumental in starting to try and find a new track for us. And it's bad luck that he wasn't here to see the actual product, the end result. Yeah, well, we've got 375 acres now, all irrigated, which is a big plus for us. Not so much now, but in the drought, it's priceless. So yeah, we can accommodate a lot of mares. And they're all on really good pastures. Everything's sown down to rise and lucens and clovers, so they always do very well on. You've got to be careful they don't do too good on it. So that's where we're at with that. Yeah, we've probably got close to 300 mares on the farm in the middle of stud season, and it drops back to probably 200 off season, out of stud season. Then you've got probably your 60 or 70 yearlings, and then you've got all your weanlings that are going to be weaned. So this year, our stud season, it's probably going to be pretty tough. Doesn't seem to be as many mares around for some reason, or then we're just not getting them here. But it comes. Like we had a really good year last year, so a lot of times the people will come to a stay-in and then go somewhere else the next year. So I've only got Tiger Tara as a new stay-in. Everyone likes to go to something new, so probably next year we'll look to try and bring a couple of new stay-ins into the fray and just see, move a couple of the old boys on. Yeah, well, we've got, I think we've got about 11 on staff. In the office, we've got Diane and Christine. They run the office. They tell us they're the backbone of the industry, or of Yirribee anyway. And then we've got Roger, who's the stud master, and Jamie Hogan, who's the assistant stud master. They do a lot of the work. We've got, and then on the other side of it, we've got Pete, who gives me a hand with the racehorses, and he's Mr. Fix It. He does anything. He's unbelievable. He can fix anything. And then we've got Tom. Tom's probably would be the hardest guy to replace because he's our night watchman and does an absolute fantastic job. He's been to Ireland and England and all over the world doing this job, and he doesn't go to bed. He's just sleeps all day, and he's there on the spot. Found him really invaluable. The other night we had one that if he hadn't have been on, we just had ordinary alarms, we'd have probably been in trouble. But because Tom doesn't have alarms, he's walking around all night. He spotted this mare that was looked like she was going to foal, but never presented a bubble or anything. So he stuck his hand in and she had 1 foot back. Now, if he doesn't get his hand in to get that foot forward, then we're really struggling to push that foal back to get that foot forward. And, you know, it could end up a university, up the uni job and knockout or cesarean and just, you know, so, you know, he's invaluable. No, look, there's no real future plans. I'm quite happy with what I've got. The problem I've got is at the moment I'm 70 and I've got 2 sons that aren't interested. I've got 3 sons, but none of them are interested. 2 of them I thought might have been a chance to take over, but they reckon life's a bit hard out here, so they're enjoying what they're doing. So, yeah, I don't know. I've still got a few years left, I think, but, you know, yeah, it's just what happens. You know, maybe I can get my son-in-law Chrissy Alford to give away driving and come up here, but I tried that on him once and I got a very cold reception to that, so we'll just have to see how we go.